All right, I closed an escrow on Friday representing the buyer, and there are a couple of things that I want to highlight that I think are really important for buyers and sellers just across the board. So we were able to get the purchase price down $10,000 from the list price, which was fair market value. And also over $7,000 in repairs covered by the seller for the buyer before closing. So that $17,000, pretty big savings there for the buyer. And the reason why I'm sharing that with you is because the ability for buyers to be able to negotiate seller concessions and reduce prices, that window of time is shortening. As we head closer to spring, as rates continue to head downward, the market is going to get more and more competitive again, and buyers are going to lose that ability largely. So it's something to consider. There's always pros and cons, but this particular buyer's thought process was, I can afford the payment. This house checks almost all of the boxes, and I would rather save on the back end on the purchase price and get some help with closing costs and all of that right now versus waiting until the rates go down and having to compete, which would probably mean having to go over the list price. And he plans to refinance when it makes sense and get that rate lower. So just remember that you cannot change what you pay at the closing table. So you can't change what you pay for the house. You can't change your closing costs. None of that. That's all set in stone. But the rate can be changed. So I like his thought process on that. It's very practical. He is not overstretching himself, but he's also not getting freaked out at his interest rate because he knows that that is changeable. So it's food for thought for especially buyers, and stay tuned for more on this special transaction.